What if I told you that most people using AI right now are working with something that's already outdated? Not because it's old, but because they don't understand what modern AI can actually do. And what if the real advantage in 2026 isn't having access to AI, but knowing how to think with it? Stay with me, because what I'm about to explain quietly changes how work, research, creativity, and decision-making are done, and most people won't notice it until they're already behind. Welcome back. This is Alloy's AI. Before we go any further, if you care about staying ahead of AI shifts instead of reacting late, subscribe now and turn on notifications. I break this stuff down simply, clearly, and before it becomes obvious to everyone else. Now, let's get into it. Gemini 3.0 Pro is not just an AI that gives better answers. It's an AI that thinks before it speaks. And that difference changes everything. When you activate Gemini's advanced thinking mode, it doesn't rush, it doesn't guess, it doesn't immediately output something just to feel helpful. Instead, it plans internally. It reasons through the problems step by step, quietly, before you ever see the response. That means when you ask a complex question, especially around business, strategy, or long-term decisions, you're not getting surface-level advice. You're getting structured thinking. Let me show you what this actually looks like. Imagine you're launching a new product. You ask, should I focus on organic growth or paid advertising for the first 6 months? A typical AI might say, both have advantages. Organic builds community, paid gets faster results. That's fine, but it's not thinking. Gemini, with deep thinking enabled, does something different. It breaks down your goal into phases. Phase 1, market validation. Who's your audience and where are they right now? Phase 2, budget constraints. How much can you sustainably spend before seeing ROI? Phase 3, time horizon. Are you optimizing for month 3 or month 12? Then it compares strategies. It calculates potential customer acquisition cost across channels. It factors in your specific context, your industry, your competition, your resources. It doesn't just recommend. It explains the trade-offs. The opportunity cost of choosing organic, the risk profile of heavy paid spend early, the hybrid approach that might actually make sense for your situation. This is the difference between an assistant and a strategist. And here's what most people miss. This kind of thinking doesn't just apply to business decisions. It works for research questions, technical problems, life planning, career transitions. Any question where the answer isn't simple, where nuance matters, where you need to see the full picture before deciding. That's where Gemini's thinking mode becomes invaluable. Because here's the truth. Most AI tools are optimized for speed. Gemini is optimized for accuracy. And in 2026, that's the gap that separates people who use AI from people who benefit from it. Now let's talk about how Gemini understands the world. Because this is where traditional AI tools start to feel very small. Gemini doesn't just read text, it sees. And not in that shallow, I can tell you there's a dog in this picture way. It sees with comprehension, with context, with the ability to extract meaning from visual chaos. Let me give you a real example. You're traveling for work. You collect receipts, crumpled, coffee-stained, some handwritten. You take a photo of all of them together, upload it to Gemini. What happens next used to require an hour of manual data entry. Gemini scans the image, identifies each receipt, extracts the date, vendor, amount, and items. Then it organizes everything into a clean table. Line items become rows, totals are calculated, categories are assigned, ready to paste into your expense report. This isn't magic, it's advanced optical character recognition paired with contextual understanding, but the result feels like magic. Because chaos becomes structure, instantly. But it goes deeper than receipts. You can upload screenshots of websites, landing pages, dashboards, entire apps, and Gemini gives professional-level feedback, not opinions, analysis. It explains visual hierarchy. Your call-to-action button is positioned well, but the color contrast doesn't create enough urgency. Consider testing a warmer tone that draws the eye. It identifies navigation friction. Users have to click 3 times to reach checkout. That's 2 clicks too many. Here's where you're losing people. It spots inconsistencies. Your font sizes vary across sections without clear reason. This creates cognitive load. Standardize your typography system. This is the kind of insight design teams used to pay consultants thousands of dollars for. Now it happens in seconds. And for creators, founders, and marketers, that changes what's possible. Because you're no longer guessing what works. You're iterating based on structured feedback. Fast, precise, scalable. If this helped you see AI differently, subscribe to ALaWiz AI right now. Like this video so it reaches more people who need to hear it. And comment below, are you already using Gemini 3.0 Pro, or are you just realizing what you've been missing? This is ALaWiz AI, and this is where the future starts.